Hello everyone and welcome back to my page. This is Pips and Profit and this video is the weekly outlook for major currency index and a few major currency pairs. So quickly we're going to be looking at them from the weekly outlook based on what has happened in the previous week and what we expect to see in the coming week. So we're going to jump right away into the show. Now this is the dollar index, which is obviously what we're starting with. On the dollar index, we're seeing some kind of indecision from the just concluded week. Last week, we said we wanted to see the dollar index close below. We wanted to see it close below, but based off market structure, we're seeing that it's closing with an indecision. We want to actually see the dollar index come to this place I'm hovering, right, somewhere around this region on the price point of 102.900 levels. That is where I want to see the dollar index retrace to and then continue to the upside. If you can fib all these levels to see how far the dollar index has traded based on the last swing, you see that it has not traded into discount yet. And a good, very popular saying about in trading is that we buy from discount and we sell at premium. All right, so currently we are at premium. We want to buy the dollar index all the way from somewhere around the discount level, that is below 50 levels. Okay, anywhere below 50 level is discount, above 50 is premium. So we want to see the dollar index trade below and then we buy it all the way from here traded above. Okay, so going into the next week, I'll still want to see the dollar index break out of this level where it currently is and trade into this discount level. Right on the discount level, we have the only sell candle where we're seeing the others after that showing us some buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. So we want to see the dollar index straight into this level right here and then continue to the upside. So seeing that last week didn't give us what we wanted to see, going into the next week, we were hoping that we would see the dollar index give us this move coming in coming weeks. By the way, next week is NFP, so we may see some volatile releases for the dollar, or we're going to see the dollar um, move in a certain direction and give us a clear outlook for its movement. Now, let's go into the daily time frame. Not so much happened in the daily time frame, as you can see. The week started off here and ended off here. No clear movement, still showing the indecision in the dollar index. Okay, so I'm still maintaining an outlook that the dollar index may want to trade here because this is the daily order block. It has clearly traded off it, but it's struggling to move away from it. So we may see the dollar index trade into any of these points. All right, so right here we also have we have the we have a volume imbalance right here. So we may also see the dollar index trade into this level too. Right, there's a volume imbalance right there, and there's another one all the way down here. So we may see the dollar index, and then there's another block right here. So we may see the dollar index trade all the way to this level. We may see the dollar index trade all the way to these levels right here. Okay, so if the dollar index continues to remain bearish, if the dollar index remain bearish, we may see it trade all the way to these levels right here. Okay, so this is my outlook for the dollar index. I'm expecting a bearish week come next week, right? Seeing that I have a whole lot of levels that I want to see right here, I'm expecting a bearish week come next week. Alright, then for finally the 4 hour time frame, we'd want to see when the week starts. Already on the 4 hour time frame, we're having a bearish trend, and then as around somewhere around here, it shows a sign that it wanted to resume bullishness, but we're not seeing a continuation of that just yet. So we may see the dollar index come to break out all of these levels. We're seeing this liquidity that has been built over time. We may want to see the dollar index break out of these levels, trade into any of these levels below at discount, and then continue buying upwards. Okay, so that is that on the dollar index. Last week closed with an indecision. Going into next week, we expect it to be bearish to give us some mitigation before the buy continues. Now over to the Euro USD, one of the most traded pairs globally. Now on the Euro USD, we're also seeing a sign of indecision in the weekly candle. Look at the clear sign of indecision in the weekly candle. So for Euro USD, we obviously want to see Euro USD trade into one of these levels. one of which is this level above right here. And then on the daily and the 4 hour time frame, we're seeing some diagonal liquidity that has been building up on Euro USD. So we want to see it clear those levels before we start going down. All right, so we anticipate that the Euro USD is going to get to these levels, clear them, and then start coming down. So this is what we want to see on the Euro USD. I want to see it straight into this level and then start retracing to the downside. If you can flip this whole level, you're going to see that that is going to give us some discount. Okay. So this is at a premium level. Okay. So being at a premium level, I expect the Euro USD to trade into it and then starts coming down. Now let's look quickly at the daily time frame for Euro USD. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to click on the subscribe button so that you keep seeing videos like this. All right. So back to Euro USD, we can see that Euro USD is ready to start pushing up, right? Yeah. So Euro USD is ready to start pushing up. It has given us clear break of structure. We've seen the retest to the structure right here. Okay, so we want to see it start pushing up. This is the clear break of structure I was talking about right here. A retest and then a continuation. So I want to see Euro USD trade all the way up to clear out this diagonal liquidity that has been residing here. Okay, so my aim for Euro USD is to see it buy all the way up. Okay, if it doesn't come into that weekly order block, we may be seeing it come into this daily order block that has not been retested. Okay, yeah. So this is the level I want to see Euro USD trade into, all the way to any of these levels. So are we going bullish on Euro USD until it gets to any of this level? This is what I'm expecting to see. So last week, the week before last, the week before this week, we saw this clear break, and in this week we saw a retest to the break of structure, and then going into next week, we want to see Euro USD being bullish all the way to these levels. And on the 4 hour time frame, we can see that there was a clear break of structure, a retest, second retest, a third retest. Now I'm anticipating a very quick break of structure for Euro USD at this high. Right? So this is what I want to see on Euro USD. Break of structure on this high and then continuation to the upside. So for now, going into next week, I'll be targeting all these highs for Euro USD. These highs are going to be my target for Euro USD going into next week. All right. So this is what I want to see. And going into next week, we anticipate that they're going to all play out just as we expect. So once again, these are the highs I want to see taken out on Euro USD. Okay. All right. So these are the highs I want to see. This one, and then this one too. So I want to see all these highs taken out going into next week. The three of them, I want to see them taken out. So those are going to be my targets for Euro USD. So going into next week, I'll be looking to buy Euro USD. If I see a brief retest or continuation from where price currently is, I'll be willing to buy Euro USD all the way up. Because I've seen the break of structure and retest, I want to buy Euro USD all the way up. All right, so I may want to see price give me some discount at uh yeah, so this would have been the very best place to buy. This would have been the very best place to buy, but I wasn't on my chart at the moment, so I didn't take a look at it. So this would have been a very good place to buy Euro USD ahead of next week. However, I would want to see Euro USD continuing its buy. I'm even trading all the way down to the 5 minutes so I can see the simplest of entry. So from where price currently is, I'll be willing to take a buy. If not, I would want to see Euro USD give me some decent retracement. You can mark these levels also. I want to see Euro USD give me some retracement to any of these levels, whether this level or this level, and then I'll be willing to continue my buy to the upside. Okay, so that is that for Euro USD. I had to show you that so you can also take advantage of it. And then lastly, we're going to look at GBP USD. And of course, like I usually say, anytime you want us to start checking out any pair for you, I'm analyzing it just the way I have been analyzing all these other pairs. Kindly let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to include that. Usually I do DXY and GBPUSD, but some comment says we should start analyzing Euro USD. And now we have Euro USD. If you have any other one, feel free to let us know. We're at your service. Now, looking at GBP USD on the weekly time frame, since the beginning of the year, it has been a very clear and obvious indecision on GBP USD. So I'm not surprised that it closed this way. Right, so there's a clear indecision on GBP USD. So I don't have so much to say about it. Instead, I was just going to be scalping it for the most part of next week into the NFP. Now, looking at the daily time frame, I have an outlook on the 4 hours. I'm going to show you that in a minute. But looking at the daily time frame, we can see that GBP USD still needs to go back up to claim all these liquidities that are lying above here. After claiming all the liquidities lying above here, then we'll see it's ready to start trading to the downside. So these are all the liquidities I want to see GBP USD take out. So I want to see it take out all these liquidities all the way to this high before it starts falling off. Second place I want to see GBP USD trade into is this place. So I'm going to show you that point of interest on the 4 hour time frame. Okay. So quickly looking at this, there is an order block. There's a huge fair value gap that has been mitigated up to 50%. And then this is the order block I would want to see using your head and shoulders pattern. You know, obviously GBP USD is going to come back to this left shoulder. So for me, going into next week, I would want to see GBP USD trade above. Originally, my bias is to take out all these lows all the way to this level right here. So that is my original bias, to take out all these lows all the way to this place. But we're not seeing any dollar strength. Dollar strength is what is going to help us to trade all the way to this low, but we're not seeing any dollar strength. Instead, we're seeing dollar weaknesses. So for GBP USD, we may be seeing it rally to the upside one more time before it breaks to the low. So the levels I'm looking at GBP USD trading into is 1.27875 and 1.27500 levels. Right, so that is what I'm looking at GBP USD to trade into before I start going short. But currently, I'll be going long on GBP USD. So let me mark this level ahead of the next week. Okay, so let me mark it. All right, so this is where I'm looking at GBP USD trading into ahead of the next week before I start looking for other trades. All right, so this is my outlook on GBP USD. If you have any question or anything that is confusing you based on all the outlooks that we've dropped, please let us know in the comment section and we'll be well to answer your questions and give you a clear direction on what we think about the market. Thank you very much for watching to this episode. I hope to see you next week. And until next time, we wish you good luck and good trading. Cheers and God bless, guys.